So this is game 2. San Francisco Shock versus Philadelphia Fusion. It's up 1-0. They won on Volskaya. And now we see Danteh is in for Sinatra. So that means defensive Sombra for the Shock this map. Or offensive. Not sure. I'm no expert on Blizzard World. The map's relatively new. Sucks mostly. Architects hit 2 shots already. Oh, these guys don't even have a Widowmaker. Not sure about that. Just gonna hover the pause button in case anything happens. Relatively slow here. They're fine giving up some ground so long as Architect is protected. That's who the comp is based around. We want long sight lines for him so he can get kills. And they're holding close enough to the point that they can still line of sight, but also touch the point to block percentage. Fraggy kills Moth alone? He must have had Carpe with him. Yeah. So look at these percentages of health. It looks like Fraggy's being focused a little, but mostly Poco. Or that could be a headshot from Architect. But someone else is dealing damage to Poco instead of Fraggy. And Carpe took a little bit of damage, but not enough. So these are the two pressuring Moth, who's now dead. So... Oh no! What have I done? Probably see it here. Where does... Yeah, so someone's dealing damage to Poco there. Either Super or Danteh. Because it is damage that goes down slowly. But they return it by Arctic getting a kill on Carpe. And yeah, so Danteh was on Poco. Still don't know if that's right, but he was able to get the kill, so it must have been something to do with positioning. Fraggy was only about here, and I did not see where Poco was. Maybe he was up here more, in a riskier position, but Danteh felt like he could kill him, and he was right. And then Danteh cleans up Fraggy, who I assume the rest of the team was focusing. So a little bit of split focus. Snow's able to get that kill because there's only one healer, and it's Sleepy. He's able to kill Danteh as well. They have to contest this because of how far the percentage is. I don't know, you really needed Moth not to die there. So maybe a little more attention. Maybe if they're all focusing Fraggy instead of Danteh on Poco, they're able to push him back so he can't deal enough damage to Moth. Especially because Snilla wasn't even targeting Moth. Not sure why, he should have been. You're more mobile than anyone else. It didn't happen. So let's look at this coming fight. Double support ultimates. Double support ultimates. And they're closer to Diva Bomb than they are. But they're close to EMP. So if you could see ultimate percentages as the Shock, you would engage right this second with something, I don't know, maybe Moth ultimate, or you just Transcendence and have everyone go hyper aggressive, because if Carpe gets his ultimate, it's going to be really impactful. But I don't know, you probably think that he has EMP, so they're playing safely around that. Staying spread out, putting yourself in a position where Sleepy can't get ulted. Look at that. Half health, less than half, less than half. I'm not sure how. I think that with the Tracer and the Widowmaker, you have more frontline pressure. So that these three, and their lower healing, means that they're always going to be lower health than this team. And Moth has popped his ultimate to heal him back up. So that's what it was. I would expect either a trans here or a sound barrier. I use the trans, but Poco's already out of mech. So that's pretty bad for them. Again, you're expecting Sombra ultimate or Fraggy's ultimate to be used to kill Sleepy or counter Sleepy. So he's saving his Transcendence, and he's probably going to have to save it and only use it in reaction. That's a good ultimate from Nevix. Boombox's ultimate has just ended. You maybe could have used it a little bit earlier to try and zone out from the Transcendence, but I believe that they had Moth ultimate up or the Valkyrie ultimate up, so they wanted to be aggressive as well. A little bit difficult thing to know to do there. Fraggy's used his ultimate, but Sleepy hasn't been forced to pop his Transcendence, so I believe that's a mistake from Fraggy. Boombox gets a kill on Danteh. That's something you'll see a lot. What? What? Who does Carpe hold? Huh? The old super so he can't dive away? God, that's dumb. Sleepy has saved his ultimate. Fraggy didn't pressure him out enough. That's a mistake. If you're playing with Sombra, you need to force out Transcendence, which could be done easily with Fraggy, especially if Moth doesn't have Valkyrie up anymore to do the impressive healing. So, kill Sleepy beforehand. But Fraggy was focusing someone else. Now Carpe wastes his ultimate on Super, and they can do the Transcendence Resurrect combo. So they should win this fight now. It is 6v5 now because Architect gets a nice kill, and then Nevix kills Fraggy. Yeah, they don't need to use anything else here. Good from Sleepy there. Completely kills Poco. But just to save his Transcendence there, to know that he didn't need to use it beforehand to play around Carpe's Sombra. It's probably something they know because they play so much Sombra comp. How they can pressure Zenyatta's into using their ultimates so that... Oh, that get eaten? That would have been really, really huge. Still, good positioning here. The really long sight lines make this a good Widow map. It's really hard for the enemy tanks to dive the Widow, so Architect's going to be free to hit shots, and he has really good aim. He's just starting in the league, and he has like the third best Widow stats or something. Really good pickup. So let's just look at the ultimates quickly. Okay, I'm going to rewind a second. Boombox is dead. Boombox gets about one clipped by Danteh. Neptuna will probably be able to res that. Architect's not in a position to camp the corpse. But then Snillo dies. It's pretty good. Not sure they needed to use Super's ultimate. Let's watch the situation where he uses it. Yeah, so he's not taken low. He just sees a lot of cleave damage that's able to be done. That's what it is. Neptuno's rezzing. That's the resurrect animation. You see the white little star. Super didn't use it for that. He was probably expecting him to res and knows that he can cancel that, which would win them the fight. So that even if Nevix didn't kill Snillo there, they would win the fight by using Primal Rage only. So good play from Super there. Actually gets the kill on Neptuno, who just dives into his punch. And now what I would love to see is a really early push here. One of my big things is recognizing when you have an ult advantage in specific scenarios. Like, something really impactful like Transcendence advantage or Valkyrie advantage, using that to push really hard. So they could like camp their spawn and then use Moth's ultimate to try and win a fight before Neptuno gets it. I think that would be really good. But they're just going to reset in their powerful positions. Okay, they are holding forward, so they probably are doing that. I don't think Architect should be dealing damage to tanks here because Neptuno will be charging ultimate off of it. Only look for squishy headshots. I do a regular dive. See, now Neptuno's going to have ultimate for sure. Super dies somehow. Let's watch this. Super gets taken really low immediately. Dead, and then Moth pops ultimate afterwards. That's really bad. And then Architect dies. Okay, so rewatch it play by play. Super gets taken real low really fast. Look at his health. I believe he's in the back line over here. Like all these people are trying to kill him. And then starts taking damage. He's half health. He's about to die here. And so I'm guessing Moth doesn't have sightlines of him to use Valkyrie. Moth wants to use Valkyrie here. It's right. You want to use your Valkyrie first. It's fine. Well, I guess you want to use it second, but it's better if you can guarantee saving one of your teammates. But Super gets taken really low. He gets chased down by Poco, that's what it is. You can see Poco chasing him and getting rid of that last little bits of HP. So Super's dead, then Nevix immediately gets melted. Immediately. And then Moth pops ultimate there to try and save Nevix, but it's too late. He's out of mech. If Moth had used it preemptively, you would have had to recognize Super was out of position and that he could die. If he would have used it there, possibly he could have saved both of them. And then look at the HP of these guys. Neptuno's going to have to pop his ultimate, or Boombox is going to have to pop his ultimate. So it wouldn't have even been a discrepancy of the ultimates. Carpe gets a really sweet air shot there. You can see him falling to the ground and Danteh was just shooting at him. That's because he was flying up in the air to kill Architect. So now Moth has used his ultimate and the Fusion don't have to. That's crazy to me. So what happens there is that Moth gets the res on Super because he was, I guess, kind of forward. Or I guess he just found a cheeky res. And then Poco uses his bomb, not realizing that Super's been resed. He's probably trying to remech in a position really close to Super, so Super kills him. And then Neptuno uses ultimate. Not sure why. I think it might have been better there to try and use Transcendence and Resurrect. That probably would have been my play. The thing is, if you're resurrecting as a Mercy, you become basically invincible with this, unless you're inside of Architect, but Architect was dead. Yeah, so you want to use Transcendence so that your Mercy is invincible while resing, and then Poco is invincible while remeching. So that's going to be the best Transcendence for you. It's going to be really valuable. Instead, Danteh takes out Boombox. Super takes out Poco, and it doesn't get rezzed. Sleepy still has trans here. They both have Transcendence. So you're going to see the Zenyatas being grouped up with their team. Super gets taken low, but he's not dead. Sleepy gets killed by Fraggy. Look at this damage. So Sleepy's full health here, right? He gets taken a little bit low, and then Fraggy lands. Oh, you know what it is? It's got to be Carpe. Look at Carpe's ult percentage when Sleepy gets hit. Right there. 9% from 0. Carpe gets a body shot and Fraggy happened to be on top of him. So there's no reaction there from him because it was so instant. Really good eat from Nevix there on that bomb. Pretty dumb from Snillo, honestly. You know that if you have defense matrix left, you're going to be blocking Moth because you have Carpe who's going to kill her. Killed Mercy. And now they pop Transcendence. Again, really hectic fights. Really hard to keep up with what's happening. Architect taken low by, not sure who. Poco, it looks like. Poco dove up there. Or, yeah, 'cause we're watching still. Maybe it was Carpe. And another dive from Fraggy and Snow. They actually have pretty good coordination. And that's got to be the end of it, right? Except they're not pushing the cart. Nevix makes the call there. You can see that a second ago Fraggy died, or Fraggy kills Architect. It's in the kill feed right now. Normally Nevix would be on Fraggy control. Be like trying to dive after him, push him away, so that Architect could get free reign. But they've made the call that Nevix is going to give up his life on point so that they have an opportunity to regroup. They'll probably also use Primal Rage to stall even further so that they can get maybe a 5-man solid push onto the point. That's their best opportunity there, rather than keeping Architect alive by, or trying to, which probably wouldn't even be successful. Yep, Super is going to use his Primal Rage here. And he actually dies. So this is going to be the end of it. I'm not sure. Nevix seemed to come back alive really quickly. Not sure if Super messed up there, or if they made the call to back off. Really hard to say. But he's going to die again. I don't know how good Widow is on this point. I think it's really good on offense, and so you need to have it on defense. Because there's some really good sight lines. Or I guess there's like one really good sight line. But it's also on high ground. Super dives in the back line. He is going to use his Primal Rage this time. Does he have backup? There's Danteh. Architect likely doesn't have sight lines here. I don't know where Nevix is. Super somehow manages to live. And he forces out Boombox's ultimate, so that's really good. Really good from Super there. He manages to live. Moth uses Valkyrie here. And is keeping everyone alive when they shouldn't be. So that's really frustrating for the Fusion here, is that they're getting everyone Super to low HP, Danteh to low HP, Architect got low HP. Everyone's getting really low but not dying. And now they have an advantage here. Really brief advantage. I mean, right now they have Valkyrie when Neptuno isn't up, like actually activated, so that's an advantage. But they're going to be coming into a Transcendence fight. You can use Transcendence here into no Transcendence and no Valkyrie. The only counter they're going to have is Diva Bomb, which is pretty good. But Fraggy's ultimate will be over by the time they want to use that. So this should be a one fight for them, and because there's only 30 seconds, that's really good. So he's just going to pop it early, push onto them. They really want to push Carpe away. That's really weird for me. It's funny that we have Poco's perspective here. Where is he going? I think he's chasing Super, but then Fraggy dies, and then Boombox dies, so Poco made a huge mistake there. And then uses his bomb on that because there's 8 seconds left. That was really bad from Poco. Nice shot from Carpe, but it's going to be rezzed. It's so good about Mercy Widow. Neptuno can't even touch. I don't know, it kind of seems to me like Philadelphia's messing up more than San Francisco's doing super well. They have a stat about Blizzard World that, oh, I guess it was in stage 3. Are they really going to run the fair comp here? I'd be curious because they ran Widowmaker on defense. That seems like a bad idea. And he switches up. They're just gonna push this up slowly. Taking a little bit of chip damage. Dante's doing the offensive Sombra. I don't think you could play a Sombra comp into San Francisco, because that's like their bread and butter. And they went around back. This is so good. So now they're taking the defender's position. There's no way that Philadelphia can back off here, but San Francisco can. I don't know how Danteh gets a kill on Neptuno there. Okay, I gotta go back a little bit because that's really confusing. I want to see where Danteh and Super are. Danteh gets a kill. I'm guessing where they dive to. And then I don't know. Super must be over there with Danteh. Again, they're fine holding this position. They actually have a ranged damage dealer. They're going to be able to lock Neptune out of this fight. So that's another really good thing, is that if they get one single pick in this position, there's one person staggered forever. I guess he's back there. What happens though? Boombox gets Transcendence before Sleepy is what happens. I'm gonna rewind and see when Moth pops his ultimate relative to Boombox. They both have him activated there. How about here? Boombox pops his right there before Moth, and then Moth pops it in retaliation. That's why Architect is alive here, but Sleepy's still only at 60%. So Boombox was doing a lot of healing and a lot of damage. But there's no way Architect can survive that. They get 2 ticks. And a res on Architect. Wow. Dante's so good too. Danteh probably hacked Poco there. Fraggy left him alone because he wanted to contest point. I don't know if he's the one to do that. Maybe Snillo could contest point. And Bootbox dies because he's alone. Not sure where Snillo was for that whole fight. But that's just the power of Sombra, with a Zenyatta Discord Orb to combo with it. If you can hack a D.Va, you can just do so much damage and charge your ultimate. Danteh charges ultimate about 30% faster than Carpe did anyway. What I mean by that is that he had 100% when Carpe hit 70. So now both teams are going to be engaging with their Sombra ultimates. They're both looking for him. These guys, I believe, let me look at this. 1, 2, 3, about 4. Because they don't have a tracer. So, I'm not sure what they do. A really easy combo they can pull off. Hit Boombox. Hit D.Va 2. And then Architect body shots Boombox. Either way, probably the team that engages first is going to win. Like I always say with Sombra, the more organized you are, the better chance of winning you have. And what I mean by that is if you have 6 people alive ready to go, rather than 5 people alive, assuming you kill Zenyatta, you're going to win. So the team who kills the enemy Zenyatta first is probably going to win that. So he should be able to get the hack on the Snow there, if he hadn't dealt damage. So they're just playing slowly and pushing the card. And this is going to be ultimate from Carpe, it looks like. Yeah, EMP hits Sleepy. Also hits Super. Yeah, so just a team wipe. They're fine with that, I guess. It's not the best. Because now Boombox has ultimate. So you need some way to force out Boombox ultimate, which you have. Or a headshot from Architect or something. So we'll likely see Super engage with his ultimate. Unless he can... He found it, but that was not good. Again, that's just too stretched. Your team isn't in position to follow up on that. But Boombox, no, he's not hacked here. This is the end of the EMP. Actually gets the resurrect off on Fraggy there. I don't like that. Super earlier used his ultimate to knock Neptuno away from the resurrect. I would have really liked to see him do that again there. Because Fraggy being alive, yeah, he goes down right after, but that would have been very impactful. He uses it instead to try and counter Boombox, which is good. He should be able to get the kill, especially with Neptuno dead. But he's not chasing, Sleepy is. Pretty confusing stuff there. I'm not sure what Super did. He kind of choked a little bit. You had Danteh to help him clean up. And now they have another EMP. From both sides they have an EMP, and neither side has a Transcendence. I guess the theme of this game is sloppy team fights. I do really believe the team that EMPs first has the advantage. That is massive. EMP doesn't hit Boombox, but hits Poco. And now the counter EMP. Moth. Let me pause really quick. At the time of the counter EMP, which is here. Two of your buddies are dead. Fraggy's not dealing a lot of damage with that. He kind of is. Neptuno was already dead as well. 3 people are dead when he uses it. So Carpe, not as good as Danteh. End of discussion. Obviously, I mean on Sombra. And now Fraggy's just stalling, but it's not doing a lot. Probably just charging ultimate for the shock. Was that Carpe? Yeah, that's Carpe hiding back there so he can stagger, but I don't even think they can touch here. That's the other thing. Staggers are so incredibly hard into a Sombra because you hack all the abilities. So defense matrix, gone. Sorry. Defense matrix gone. All your jumps are gone. Your blinks are gone. No trans for you. No, I don't know, Mercy's not a good stall target. But Sombra, like just the right click is so strong in a stagger situation. That is a counter stagger, I guess. So that's the sight line I was talking about. It forces them all the way back to where they're positioned right now. And Danteh charged another EMP. That's a relatively confusing fight, so I'm just going to back it up a little bit further to watch the EMP. So they're all positioned, they have to line of sight architect here. Force them into closer. But what that means is that Danteh is going to dive in here. You can see him, he's a little orange right there. He's going to EMP them all. He's going to get both the tanks. They know they have Transcendence on Boombox. So they're not really expecting to get any kills. One thing they might have picked up on is this switch with Carpe. I don't know. Because if you recognize that Carpe switched, it means that you can use EMP whenever you want. You know, you're not worried about getting counter EMP'd and focusing on winning the fight before the next EMP. You can use it to force out ultimates like Transcendence and then come in with your own, and that gives you an advantage. The other thing is that they just have an ultimate advantage. 5 to 2.5. So they're going to go in here and use Transcendence. And then what they should do here is play safe, try not to die, and then go in with Transcendence from Sleepy. Which is exactly what they do. Somehow Poco dies through Transcendence, which is still active as you can see. Or I guess you can see clearly from that. But Sleepy's going to go in with Transcendence. Somehow Snillo dies through it as well. It's still active. Don't know what these guys are doing. Again, it really seems like Philadelphia are making mistakes here. And then Architect kills Carpe because, I don't know, wants to show off or something. Super chases down Poco. Nevix dies because he used his ultimate there. He got caught without it. I believe Poco may have still been hacked, so he didn't use his ultimate, which could have mattered. It's good into a Transcendence if he had used it a little bit earlier. And then Danteh kills Fraggy. But at this point, 2 people died through Transcendence. What that means is that you don't have... Let's see, who did die? It was Poco and Snillo. Both died through Transcendence. So you have this... These 2 guys... These 4 guys are alive. They aren't able to do a whole lot. Boombox was in Transcendence mode, so he doesn't even have Discord. Neptuno is close to ultimate, but I don't know. You're not really doing anything. Fraggy doesn't have protection because Poco's dead. Carpe doesn't do a whole lot of damage, especially being pressured by everyone. They're pretty much screwed because Philadelphia died through Transcendence. Somehow Super gets, or Neptuno gets the res. Super tried to knock him away again, so I think he recognized his mistake in not using it on Neptuno. That's pretty cool. 2-0 Shock. Again, just seemed like Shock made less mistakes. And they did have some really good strategies. That's the one I really liked on the first point, being positioned there. Good eat there. And then better use of ultimates. Comboing them in unique ways and using them to actually pressure out ultimates so you can use them. And then, of course, the Sombra. They're better at playing around Sombra. Anyway, that's going to be the end of Game 2. San Francisco Shock. Actually, it's Philadelphia at San Francisco Shock. Not like it matters. On to Game 3. Where is my thing?